It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-Commerce Minute, episode 232.
In today's episode, Amazon Smile Codes encourage box reuse.
Amazon will be adding scannable codes to some of its boxes to encourage reuse. Amazon says some customers will begin to see the codes starting this month. The codes, dubbed Smile Codes, can be scanned by customers with the Amazon app to reveal instructions how to use their Amazon package boxes for arts and crafts. The app also reveals videos, including a 360-degree video of a whimsical galaxy. If you're a listener to this podcast, then the term Smile Code may sound familiar. We did an episode on the original rollout of the Smile Codes concept in February, where shoppers used the codes to access sales pages at pop-up shops in London, and in the March 2018 issues of Cosmopolitan and 17 magazines. Now it seems the e-commerce giant is using the concept to get consumers, in this case families, to think about reusing and recycling their cardboard packaging. Being the largest e-commerce provider also puts them under the spotlight for their sustainability practices. According to this stat from a study released by Sanford C. Bernstein, estimates that Amazon ships an average of 608 million packages a year, which equates to an estimated 1,600,000 packages a day. That's a lot of cardboard and padded envelopes.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, how many boxes you always see outside and garbage and stuff like that? It's a lot.
Yeah, and let me just note that quote was a guess because Amazon does not release that kind of figures. So someone in the box industry, that was somebody in the box industry came up with that. That's
kind of guessing it. Yeah, I mean, the arts and crafts is fine and dandy, but I think they should do. Remember that we did this story not long ago. Somebody in California, there's a company that will let you reuse those boxes, and you can just plop a partial label, and you can ship like clothing to be recycled to stuff like that.
Actually, yeah. I actually have some notes. Amazon does have a thing called the Give Back Box. Very similar. You take your stuff out, you put your stuff you want to donate, you go to givebackbox.com, get a shipping label, and you can ship it. I believe it's directly back to Amazon, and they'll direct it to wherever it's got to go.
Right.
Listen, a company like Amazon has to do things like this.
Yeah.
It's no choice. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's, the owner or the CEO has these core beliefs or not. They have to. I mean.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So John, this is the Give Back Box one. It's actually a company that does it. It's not Amazon.
Okay, so it doesn't go to Amazon. So they're in cahoots with Give Back Box. I misspoke.
Yeah, this is the company I was actually talking about.
Oh, okay, good. So they also do. I got a lot of this stuff from. They have a page on sustainability, which I'll link in the show notes. They do. They have a program called Coal to Recycle, which started in 2015. You can drop off Amazon Basics rechargeable batteries at almost 30,000 collection sites throughout the U.S. and Canada, which is very interesting because I use these batteries and I did not know about this program until I searched for it. So this is also something that a lot of consumers don't pay attention to, unfortunately.
Yep, absolutely.
And you can also recycle your electronics. Their trade-in program will take your non-functioning Kindle e-readers, Fire tablets that don't power on, and I guess they just refurbish and resell them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great. And I have another link in here. I don't know if you took a look at this. This company called Lime Loop. It's a little goofy, but basically they make these sustainable packaging for e-commerce companies. So let's just pretend I'm selling you a shirt. I send you the Lime Loop package. You take the package, and there's a label inside that lets you ship the package back to me.
Gotcha.
Right. Sounds great, but it just takes too much effort on the consumer. We're so trained to be in this disposable society where this sustainability idea is a great idea until you've got 5 of these sitting in your house and you got to send these back, and it's just easier just to throw them in the trash or put them in the recycle. Okay. So it's a tough thing. I'm glad to see that they're doing stuff like this. I mean, the Smile Code thing is just a cute thing. It just was an opportunity for us to just talk about sustainability and reuse and things like that. I'd say, look, if kids do this and get some more use out of the box, great. But I mean, what kind of impact it's going to make, it's negligible. But an interesting thing that I read doing research for this article, you would think that the production of cardboard has exploded because of e-commerce, but it has not.
Really?
It has not, and I can show you the article. There's and the reason for that is because of efficiencies. Because I mean, you said it the other day. It was like we were talking about how Amazon packs their stuff. They've had to just by sheer economics of how can we use less cardboard? How can we recycle more cardboard? So even though e-commerce has exploded, U.S. cardboard production has not. It's about the same. Now it's still a lot. It's still a whole lot, but it hasn't doubled or tripled. It hasn't gone the way that you would imagine, which is kind of surprising. So interesting stuff. And then there's a whole thing in here about plastics, which we could talk about, but that might be a whole other show. I don't know if you saw the new National Geographic article about the plastic planet waste.
Oh, no, I have not.
I'll link it in the show notes. It's real depressing, folks. So yeah, here's my, recycle whenever you can. And just remember, when you throw something out, where is out? Think about where out is.
Exactly.
You got anything else, Bart?
That's it for today.
All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.